Hi there, this is 2026's all-new Sony Bravia 3 Mark II. Now we have the 55-inch variant running the Google TV OS, and I must say, the upgrade is real. To quickly summarize, the previous Bravia 3 came with the X1 processor. Good, but not flagship level. This time, we get the far superior XR processor. The jump here is not incremental. The XR processor brings XR Triluminous Pro for wider color gamut coverage. We'll talk about it in detail further. Then the second huge upgrade is the refresh rate being doubled from 60Hz to 120Hz. If you have a PS5 or even an Xbox, this combo is just epic. We played our PS5 and it was just wow, especially now with higher refresh rate. Then an all new Find My Remote feature and so much more. Of course, you do get the usual Dolby Suite, Vision and Atmos, then Sony's own brood, the Bravia Picture Core app, where you'll find tons of high quality content. The Bravia 3 Mark II literally gets as perfect as it can get. However, it does cut some corners. I've been using this TV for almost a month now. I'll share everything in detail, what's good and what's not, so you can decide if you should buy the Bravia 3 Mark II or not. Let me take you through a quick unboxing experience. So here is the retail packaging, a clean brown box with Sony Bravia branding. You can see the model number below. On the side are the manufacturing details, the contents of the box and the MRP of 1,49,900. So inside the box we have the TV itself, then we have some paperwork that includes the warranty card, some safety information, some installation guides, then you have the power cord, and finally the remote. So it's very similar to previous Sony TV remotes, just that the color texture is slightly different and we have some more shortcut keys. Now having a closer look, right on the top we have the power button. We have a new shortcut key which is the Sony Pictures Core app. Then we have the D-pad for navigation. Then we have the Google Assistant, volume up and down, mute button. We have shortcut keys for Jio Hotstar, Netflix, YouTube, Prime Videos, Crunchyroll and Sony Live. Now there is this really cool feature here, comes with a speaker at the back. It happens so often that we misplace our remote. So what you can do is simply press the button below the TV, navigate to Find My Remote and select it. The remote has a tiny speaker that makes a ringing sound which makes it easy to find. Ain't that cool? Trust me, it comes so much more handy than you think. Also keep in mind, this feature will work only when the remote is connected via Bluetooth. Also you might have noticed there's no table mount or wall mount included. So what you'll have to do is inform the technician in advance if you need the stands or the wall mount, and they would bring one whichever you need for installation. Also remember, this is all included in the price of the TV. No extra charge for the setup or the mounts. So I called for the table mount. Let's have a closer look. And finally, here are the two stands. So as you can see, they come with this really nice slim form factor which looks really nice and sleek. The lower section is actually polycarbonate but has this really nice soft finish. The top hinge is a metal, so it's kind of a combination of metal and plastic. The overall quality and build looks really impressive. So we have fixed the stands and table mount the TV. Now as you can see, there is a cardboard attached on the front to protect the display from damage during transportation and unboxing. There you go, simple, clean and minimal. Ultra slim bezels which instantly feel premium. The lower bezel too is quite slim and has this raw texture finish to it. Also you can spot the Bravia branding on the left. The stands are sleek, offer a good grip on the table. The distance between the two stands is 41 inches. Will be helpful if you have space constraints. Moving to the back. Well, the usual metal build, solid from the word go. The power input port is on the left, while the ports are on the right. Starting from the top, USB-A 3.0, USB-A 2.0, two HDMI ports, then below is the optical, Ethernet, antennas and again two more HDMI ports. Alright, good stuff first. For the first time on a Bravia TV that I can remember, all HDMI ports now are HDMI 2.1 and support 4K at 120Hz. For the longest time we have had two 4K 60 and two 4K 120. So you would connect the set-top boxes to the slower HDMI port and if you had a PS5 to the faster ones. This time it's all 4K 120Hz. Good job by the Sony team. Then two separate USB ports with one USB 3.0, just perfect. Now for not so much fun stuff. Now we do have HDMI eARC support, but that HDMI port is at the bottom. Now I'm not a fan of the port placement where some ports are on the side and some are below. The down ones are usually very hard to reach, especially when the TV is already wall mounted. However, the other way to look at it is you keep most often used ports on one side and the least used ports are below. But not a big deal, still sharing all the details. Alright, let's have a quick look at the specifications. So we get a flagship XR processor here, 4K LED display with a resolution of 3840 by 2160 pixels. We get a VA panel with 120Hz native refresh rate, 3GB RAM with 32GB internal storage, Dolby Vision and Dolby Atmos support, 20 watt sound output with X-Balance speakers, and it's running the Google TV OS. Alright, let's talk business, the display. So first let's understand what's inside. Now the Bravia 3 Mark II uses a direct LED backlight which illuminates the entire panel uniformly. There are no dimming zones here. So what does that mean? So images with blacks might not be as deep. Contrast levels might see a slight hit as now the panel can't produce those deep blacks. However, the XR processor is able to tune it brilliantly where the blacks look pretty good. Yes, it won't be as deep as a mini LED or an OLED panel, but it won't let you down either. We also ran a blooming test, and here you can see the panel produces good blacks when seen from the front. However, from the sides, you can see the blacks turn into greys. Though I must say, no light trails or bleeding issues were noticed. Alright, finally we get XR Triluminous Pro support that takes the color reproduction to the next level. The processing is simply jaw-dropping. You instantly realize why Sony is untouchable when it comes to picture quality. The clarity and details will make you awestruck. It's all thanks to the new XR Clear image on board. Now we all know, Sony never shares their brightness levels officially, and neither are we going to use a lux meter to give you fake numbers. What's important is the experience, and that's where the Bravia 3 Mark II hits it out of the park. Being a direct LED panel, brightness would be the least of your concerns. Colors pop and look like a painting you can touch. They aren't unnecessarily oversaturated, but they actually look very pleasing to your eyes. When it comes to the viewing experience, even though we get a VA panel, the colors and tones don't see a drastic dip in experience. Unless you are sitting at an acute angle, the experience would be unaffected. Then we also get MEMC on board, which Sony calls Motion Flow XR. And thanks to the native 120Hz refresh rate, it's drastically superior to its predecessor. It's ideal while watching documentaries or sports content like soccer. The ball clarity is stellar, crystal clear I would say. You truly notice how faster refresh rate helps enhance this experience. Then we also get Dolby Vision support. And what better place to find vision content than Netflix? You can even spot the logo on some of the supported content. Let's play it. Wow, ain't that beautiful? The colors, the dynamic range are tuned to perfection. Trust me, vision content is a delight to watch only when the panel is able to produce good levels of brightness. And the Bravia 3 Mark II doesn't disappoint. Though I do miss that it lacks Netflix calibrated mode, but Sony has confirmed that it will be added with an update soon. Then we also played 4K HDR videos on YouTube, and they too look absolutely fab. 4K 60fps videos played flawlessly. There's no lag or stuttering or buffering, it just played like a breeze. Enjoy YouTube to its fullest. So, the display on the Bravia 3 Mark II is a king, no doubt on that. Still, the interesting question is, there are TVs nowadays in the market that offer mini LEDs with local dimming in the similar price range. So the Bravia 3 Mark II will have a disadvantage in the contrast department. However, the XR processor on this TV is what makes it far better than the competition. It brings XR Triluminous Pro that has wider color gamut coverage, then XR Clear Image for AI-powered upscaling of low resolution content, and the overall performance boost of the OS and the user experience is just so good. It's running the Google TV OS and the optimization is far superior to any other TV running the same OS. Super smooth animations with no lag or drop frames. We get a familiar interface with a few tweaks here and there, a dedicated Sony tab where you can access content from the Bravia Picture Core app. Kind of handy. Moving to the settings, about, and it's running Android 14, which is the latest stable version for smart TVs. Further in storage, you have about 15 GB of free space, more than enough to install some more apps and games. One of my favorite software features on Bravia TVs is Quick Settings. Press the settings button on the remote and you can adjust the picture mode, brightness, sound settings, parental control, sleep timer and so much more. This is so handy. The smoothness in the interface on the Sony Bravia 3 Mark II is one of the biggest reasons to pick this one. Another app reserved for Bravia TVs is Sony Pictures Core app. Here you can find a huge collection of high quality content to stream, which are perfectly tuned for Bravia TVs. Best part, it has the largest collection of IMAX enhanced content as well. Plus, also supports Dolby Atmos. Now there is a lot of free stuff here, but some you will need to rent or redeem using the provided credits. So let's see that one. Wow, the detail, the clarity and the smoothness are just jaw-dropping. Best part, you can see the IMAX content covers the full screen, removing black bars, making every pixel on the screen look so amazing. It's even more immersive. The Bravia Core app is an absolute delight. The Bravia 3 Mark II comes with Google Voice Assistant on the remote and even hands-free. So all you need to say is, "Hey Google, ask for what's the weather in Mumbai." Wow, it's raining. Then you can ask it general trivia questions like what's the height of the Eiffel Tower, or even ask it to play your favorite TV show from a particular app like Play Friends from Netflix. And there you go, all done absolutely hands-free. Then Apple AirPlay 2 is available, so you can mirror your Apple devices like the iPad, Mac or even your iPhone directly to the TV. The animations are smooth, but there is a slight delay. Fun to share images on the big screen with your family. You can also mirror videos. There's no lag or delay at all. Work like a charm. Then it also comes with Bluetooth, so you can pair your favorite wireless earphones and enjoy the audio without disturbing anyone in the room. Alright, coming to my favorite part, gaming. So finally, the Bravia 3 Mark II comes with native 120Hz refresh rate. Plus, with VRR and ALLM, makes it a gaming beast. If you have a PlayStation, then you can't get better than this. You will instantly notice how well optimized gaming is on the new Bravia 3. The frame rate is stellar, the response is on point, and the detail in every pixel is just jaw-dropping sharp. You know, I was actually playing for hours. The experience was just perfect. 120Hz and VRR support with PS5 makes it a lethal combination. By the way, you also have a dedicated game menu for PS5 where you can have quick settings for motion blur, background equalizer, screen size, crosshair and crosshair type. If you have a PS5, then the Bravia TV with 120Hz makes it that perfect match. 10 on 10 in the gaming department. Alright, coming to the sound. So we get 20 watt sound output with X-Balance speakers. Time for a quick demo. Alright, so the audio is extremely balanced. If dialogue clarity between that loud background noise is your priority, then these speakers do a really impressive job. The bass is decent, nothing great, but nothing to complain. Though I must say, the clarity, especially while listening to music, is genuinely good. If you're looking for thumpy deep bass and a theatre-like experience, then I highly recommend you look for a dedicated soundbar with a subwoofer. May I suggest Sony's own Bravia Theatre Bar 6. It's a minimalistic kind of a package where there is a soundbar and only a subwoofer. We have reviewed that device on our channel. I'll share the link in the description of the product as well as of the video. If you like to check that out, you must check it out. I mean, you can check it out twice. Alright, final thoughts. Cons first. Well, blacks are good but surely not the deepest, which is something we saw coming from miles away. But I'd say not a deal breaker at all because there are so many pros in this TV. Firstly, of course, the XR processor is just amazing. The native 120Hz refresh rate puts this TV in such a sweet spot. All HDMI 2.1 ports this time and Triluminous Pro provides Sony's best colors on the screen. Just love it. The Bravia 3 Mark II definitely is recommended. This 55-inch variant is priced at $94,000. I'll share the links of all these variants below in the description. If you'd like to buy one, you should definitely check it out. So I hope this video was helpful. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Until next time, cheers.